Have you ever believed that simply walking more was the golden ticket to staying healthy after turning 70, only to find yourself feeling stiffer, weaker, or more off balance over time? Many people assume walking alone is enough to hold off the effects of aging. But what if I told you medical professionals are now warning that relying solely on walking might actually speed up decline? The reality is, beyond age 70, your body demands more than just steps to stay strong, steady, and self-sufficient. In this video, I'll reveal 5 essential priorities that can transform your health, practical changes to protect your strength, joints, and coordination, and may even extend your life. Make sure you watch until the end, because the last tip is a rarely discussed gem that might just hold the key to your longevity. Before we begin, I'd be grateful if you gave this video a like. Your support helps me keep sharing insights for healthy aging. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss an update. And if you enjoy this video, please comment the number 1 below. If you don't find it helpful, comment the letter Z. That way, I can make future content better for you. Now, let's get started. Strength training to preserve muscle mass walking is a wonderful way to stay active and keep moving. But if it's the only exercise you do, you might be setting yourself up for a hidden danger: loss of muscle. After 70, our bodies go through a natural process called sarcopenia, a steady decline in muscle mass and strength that can quietly threaten your independence. This isn't a small issue. Sarcopenia can steal your ability to do daily tasks, increase your risk of falling, and lower your quality of life. While walking is great for your heart and keeps your legs moving, it mainly works your calves, thighs, and hamstrings, and it doesn't provide enough resistance to truly build or preserve muscle. That's why more doctors are emphasizing strength training for adults over 70. Strength exercises directly fight muscle loss by rebuilding and preserving muscle tissue. They boost your balance and keep you physically capable of taking care of yourself. Think of those small wins: carrying groceries without struggle, standing up from a chair without needing a hand, or opening a stubborn jar lid without hesitation. If those tasks are still easy for you, that's a great sign your muscle strength is holding on. But if you hesitate, pause, or avoid lifting heavier items, that's a warning sign your muscles may be fading, even if it's so gradual you barely noticed. Here's the bottom line: if you're not actively maintaining or improving your muscle strength, you will lose it. Take Robert, a 74-year-old retiree who thought walking a couple of miles every day kept him strong. But one day he struggled to lift a box at home, something that used to feel effortless. He found himself pushing off his chair's arms just to stand up. At first, he blamed getting older, but his doctor gave him a clearer answer. His muscles were deteriorating, and walking alone wasn't enough to stop it. Motivated, Robert started adding simple strength workouts, resistance bands, bodyweight squats in his living room, and small dumbbells by his chair. Just 10 minutes a day, a few times a week. Within months, Robert's strength returned. He could lift boxes again, stand up easily, and felt more energized during walks. Strength training isn't about bulking up or extremes. It can be as gentle as pressing against the kitchen counter, doing leg lifts with resistance bands while seated, or curling soup cans during your favorite show. The key is progressive resistance, consistently challenging your muscles to keep them strong, functional, and responsive, and the benefits go beyond feeling stronger. Healthy muscle mass links to longer life, better movement, sharper thinking, and lower risks of chronic illness like diabetes and bone loss. Want to test your strength? Try this simple move. Sit in a chair and stand up without using your hands. If it feels smooth and easy, great. If you wobble, struggle, or can't do it, your muscles need attention. And here's the best part. It's never too late to start. Even people in their 80s and 90s can rebuild strength and improve balance with steady effort. If walking has been your only fitness routine, let this be your reminder. Muscle is your body's defense against aging, and after 70, it's your most valuable asset. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, type 1 in the comments below. I appreciate your time and attention. Balance and stability. Exercises to prevent falls and stay steady. Walking keeps you mobile. It helps you get from one place to another. But here's the often missed truth. Walking alone doesn't train the balance and coordination systems your body needs to stay steady. Balance and stability. Exercises to prevent falls and stay steady. Walking helps keep you mobile, but it doesn't significantly enhance your balance. Many people assume that simply walking upright means their balance is solid, but that assumption can quietly set you up for trouble. Once you're past 70, avoiding falls becomes a top priority if you want to stay healthy, active, and independent. A fall isn't just a minor incident. It's one of the leading causes of serious injuries in older adults, often resulting in broken bones, hospital stays, and long recoveries. What surprises most people is that falls don't always happen because your legs are too weak. More often, they occur because balance, the subtle coordination between muscles, joints, and your nervous system, gradually falls out of alignment. If you're not deliberately working on your balance, you might unknowingly be setting yourself up for slips, trips, or even dangerous falls. You might think, I've been walking for decades. My balance should be fine. But balance isn't a lifelong skill that stays intact without effort. Like muscles, it slowly deteriorates unless you actively maintain it. Walking moves your legs in a steady, predictable forward rhythm, but it doesn't engage the smaller stabilizing muscles around your feet, ankles, hips, and core, the muscles that keep you centered when life throws you a curveball like a wet floor or uneven pavement. Without strengthening these support systems, even a tiny misstep can become a serious fall, one that sidelines you for weeks or changes your independence forever. Take a moment to think. When was the last time you stood on one foot to put on a sock, reached high to grab something, or navigated through a cluttered room? Did you feel steady and balanced? Or did you find yourself leaning, grabbing furniture, or second-guessing your steps? Many don't realize their balance is fading until they have a near miss, a moment that shakes their confidence and makes them more cautious with every move. That's exactly what happened to Edward, a 76-year-old who prided himself on staying busy. He walked his dog daily, kept up his yard, and rarely sat still. But one afternoon, while stepping off a curb mid-conversation with a neighbor, his foot hit the edge wrong, and he started to lose his balance. He caught himself just in time by grabbing a street sign, but the close call left him shaken. He couldn't believe something he'd done countless times before suddenly felt unstable. When Edward mentioned it to his doctor, the advice was clear. Walking alone wasn't enough. He needed to start working specifically on his balance. The doctor suggested simple balance exercises, standing on one leg while brushing his teeth, gently shifting weight, side to side walking slowly in a straight line, placing one foot directly in front of the other. Heel to toe, Edward began with short sessions, just a few minutes a day, always near a counter or chair for support. In just weeks, his footing grew more confident, his posture improved, and that shaky feeling faded. He even found he could turn quickly, to follow his dog without hesitation. You don't need special equipment or a gym membership to improve balance. Try lifting one foot while the kettle heats up, walking an imaginary tightrope across your floor, or attempting a simple yoga pose like the tree pose. Even if you're new to yoga, the benefits go beyond fall prevention. Better balance supports improved posture, quicker reactions, and smoother, more natural body control. Curious how your balance holds up today? Try this quick test. Stand beside a sturdy surface, lift one foot off the ground, and see if you can hold steady for at least 10 seconds without tipping or grabbing on. If you manage easily, you're on the right track. If not, it's a clear sign to start rebuilding your balance foundation. Remember, falling doesn't have to be part of aging. With regular balance training, you can maintain stability and independence well into your later years. Flexibility and mobility. Exercises to keep joints healthy. Walking is great for your legs and heart, but it falls short when it comes to preserving flexibility, an often overlooked key to wellness. Flexibility becomes especially essential after 70. As we age, joints stiffen, muscles shorten, and the full range of movement shrinks. Simple actions that once felt effortless, looking behind you, squatting, reaching overhead, can start to feel awkward or uncomfortable. If you've ever paused before tying your shoelaces or found turning your neck to glance at traffic tighter than before, those are small but telling signs your flexibility is slipping. And reduced flexibility isn't just an annoyance, it's a barrier to freedom. When movement isn't easy, everyday tasks like getting up from a chair, stepping into a tub, or grabbing something from a high shelf become hurdles that chip away at your independence and confidence. What's tricky is that many people don't realize how crucial flexibility is until it starts to fade. While walking builds stamina, it doesn't stretch muscles through their full range or stimulate the varied joint motions you need to stay agile. That's why experts now emphasize targeted flexibility and mobility routines as a cornerstone of healthy aging. These exercises protect your ability to move freely and without pain, helping you keep living life on your terms. Think about this. When was the last time you leaned into your car's back seat to grab something or pulled a shirt over? Your head? Did the movement feel smooth and easy? Or did you notice stiffness, a slight pull, or a twinge of discomfort? Far too often, people write off these subtle signs as just getting older. But there's more to the story. The slow decline of flexibility and how to reverse it. What's really happening as we age is a slow, steady tightening of muscles, ligaments, and tendons, along with a decrease in synovial fluid, the natural lubricant that keeps your joints gliding smoothly. Over time, this gradual decline chips away at your flexibility until motions that were once effortless begin to feel strained or uncomfortable. Consider Walter, a 78-year-old who took pride in his routine morning walks. He kept moving but gradually noticed that getting out of bed each day felt stiffer than before. Bending down to grab a fallen sock took more effort, and he found himself adjusting his stance awkwardly, bending his knees in strange ways to compensate for tightness in his back and hips. Worried, Walter made an appointment with his physician, who explained that his discomfort wasn't simply getting older. It was a sign that he wasn't fully engaging his joints through their complete range of motion. While walking helped keep his legs moving, it did little to address the flexibility in his shoulders, back, and hips. The solution? A regular stretching and mobility regimen, gentle movements tailored to restore joint function and comfort. Walter gave it a shot. He started with easy dynamic stretches like leg swings and arm circles, then moved on to controlled motions such as side bends and hip rotations. He even added some light yoga-inspired stretches designed specifically for older adults. Within just a few weeks, the improvement was noticeable. His joints moved with greater ease. Early morning stiffness began to subside, and his posture visibly improved. He even stood taller. Flexibility training doesn't have to be overwhelming or complicated. Try these. Simple moves. Neck rolls to release tension in your upper spine. Shoulder shrugs to ease tightness, bringing one knee toward your chest to loosen hips, rotating your ankles to keep feet mobile. These easy movements help retain joint lubrication, reduce tightness, and bring fluidity back to everyday motions. And the benefits go beyond just moving more comfortably. A greater range of motion eases daily aches, improves circulation to joints and muscles, enhances posture, and drastically lowers your risk of falling, especially important as we age. Want to quickly gauge your flexibility? Stand tall, feet aligned with your shoulders, and slowly rotate your head as far as possible to the right, then to the left. Does the motion feel unrestricted and natural, or do you feel tension or discomfort? If you notice any tightness, it's a clear sign your flexibility needs some attention. The good news? Limited mobility isn't permanent. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day of intentional stretching or movement work can keep your body feeling loose, capable, and pain-free well into your golden years. So if walking has been your main form of exercise, now's the time to pair it with flexibility training. Keeping your joints supple and your body moving with ease is one of the best ways to preserve your freedom and vitality well past 70. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please type 2 in the comments below to let me know you're continuing this journey with me. I truly appreciate you spending your time here. 4. Core and posture exercises to protect your spine. While walking is great for keeping your legs active and your heart healthy, it does little to strengthen your core or maintain healthy posture, two factors that become even more critical after 70. Having a strong core isn't about having defined abs or beach-ready muscles. It's about creating a stable center that supports every movement your body makes. Your core includes more than just your stomach. It's a team of muscles like your deep abdominals, obliques, and lower back muscles all working together to keep your spine aligned, your posture upright, and your balance steady. When this inner support weakens, you may notice lower back pain, poor posture, or a tendency to hunch forward when walking. Over time, these small issues can snowball into chronic discomfort, misaligned joints, or even a greater risk of falling. Sadly, many overlook the value of core strength and posture until problems begin to show. If you've caught yourself slouching more than usual, feeling tightness in your lower back after sitting or standing for long periods, or struggling to maintain upright posture during conversations, those are clear signs your core might not be doing its job. Walking boosts circulation and works your legs, but it doesn't sufficiently activate the deep stabilizing muscles that surround your midsection and support your spine. That's why experts urge older adults to add core and posture. exercises to their routines. These exercises help you move confidently, avoid discomfort, and maintain alignment as your body ages. Take Harold, a 75-year-old who always stayed active with daily walks of a mile or two. Despite his dedication, he began noticing his shoulders gradually curving forward, lower back tension and soreness, and difficulty standing for long periods. He assumed it was just age catching up, but his doctor explained that neglecting core strength had allowed his posture to slip, putting strain on his spine and joints. This poor alignment was causing his back pain and increasing his fall risk. Motivated to improve, Harold began a simple core strengthening routine. Seated pelvic tilts to activate his lower abs posture resets, while standing to restore alignment abdominal bracing exercises to strengthen deep support muscles. After just a few weeks, the changes were remarkable. His back pain faded, he stood taller without effort, and even his breathing improved. A surprising and welcome bonus. The great thing about core exercises? They're accessible and require no fancy gear or gym membership. Stand against a wall to retrain your posture. Gently tighten your lower abdominals while sitting to build internal strength. Slowly rotate your torso side to side to engage muscles that support your center. Small, consistent movements reawaken your core and balance. Small, consistent movements reawaken the muscles that hold your spine in place and help keep your body balanced. The benefits ripple outward in surprising ways. A stronger core doesn't just improve your posture. It also leads to better balance, reduces pressure on your knees and hips, and can even enhance digestion, since your abdominal muscles support your internal organs. Wondering how your core strength measures up? Try this quick test. Stand with your back flat against a wall, making sure your head, shoulders, and hips all touch the surface. Can you stay in that position with ease for 30 seconds? Or does it feel awkward and strained? If it's difficult to maintain, that's a clear sign your core and posture need some extra attention, and the sooner you start, the better. Strengthening your core now can prevent future injuries, support your mobility, and even help you appear taller and more vibrant. As you age, if walking has been your go-to exercise, now's the time to give some focus to the muscles that truly keep you upright and anchored. 5 joint protection and low-impact movements to reduce. Strain walking is a fantastic way to stay active. It's convenient, heart-friendly, and keeps your body moving. But if walking is your only form of exercise, especially in your 70s and beyond, it might be placing more strain on your joints than you realize. Our bodies naturally evolve as we age. Cartilage thins, joint fluid decreases, and the shock-absorbing cushions in key areas like knees, hips, and ankles start to wear down. Over time, this can lead to common warning signs: stiff knees after a walk, tight hips when getting up, or lingering foot aches, issues even the most devoted walkers can face. The problem isn't walking itself. It's that walking alone doesn't give your joints the full range of support they need to stay strong and supple. Many people assume joint pain is just part of aging, but that's only partly true. Stiffness, discomfort, and limited range of motion often worsen when joints aren't actively cared for through joint-friendly movement. While walking is easier on the body than high-impact activities like running, it still creates repetitive pressure on the same areas, step after step, every day. Without adding exercises that stabilize and cushion your joints, you might unintentionally speed up wear and tear. That's why doctors and fitness experts now advise older adults to reassess their routines. If walking causes discomfort, reduce it and replace some of that activity with gentler joint-supportive movements designed to preserve long-term mobility. Think back to your last walk. Did you finish feeling energized and light on your feet? Or were your knees aching, hips stiff, or legs heavy with fatigue? If the second sounds familiar, it's your body asking for more support. Consider Raymond, a 77-year-old who swore by his daily walking habit as his secret to staying in shape. For years it worked, but gradually he began waking with stiffness in his knees, and his lower back protested after each walk. Unsure why, he visited his doctor, who explained that repetitive stress from walking was wearing down his joints faster than they could recover. The fix wasn't to stop being active, it was to add variety. Raymond scaled back long-distance walks and introduced joint-friendly alternatives. Light swimming to relieve pressure on his joints, stationary biking to keep his legs engaged without strain. Simple chair-based stretches to maintain range of motion. Within weeks, stiffness in his knees eased, his back pain diminished, and he felt far more at ease in his body, all without giving up the active lifestyle he loved. Why joint-friendly? Activities matter. Activities like water aerobics, Tai Chi, or seated leg lifts do more than limit wear and tear. They actively nourish your joints. These gentle movements increase circulation to cartilage, boost synovial fluid flow for better lubrication, and strengthen supporting muscles around hips, knees, and ankles, all while avoiding harsh repetitive impacts. The benefits? Reduced discomfort, smoother mobility, and a solid base of strength that helps you stay self-reliant as you age. Want a quick way to assess your joint health? Try this simple test. Sit upright in a chair, then slowly rise to your feet without using your hands. Notice how your hips and knees respond. Do you move easily, or do you feel tightness, cracking, or pain? If you notice resistance, your joints may be signaling they need more than just steps to stay strong and supple. Protecting your freedom to move, caring for your joints isn't just about sidestepping discomfort. It's about protecting your freedom to move with confidence. Whether it's climbing stairs, tending your garden, or getting on the floor to play with your grandkids, every motion depends on healthy joints. If walking has been your primary activity, it may be time to expand your approach with exercises that help your body heal and stay agile. A small shift today can make every future step feel light, not burdensome. If you've made it this far and found this helpful, go ahead and drop the number 5 in the comments below. I'd love to know you're still with me. And there you have it. 5 powerful shifts to help you rethink your activity routine after 70. Walking is a fantastic foundation, but true longevity and independence come from focusing on the big 5. Strength, balance, flexibility, core control, and joint support. Before we finish, I'd love to hear from you. What did you take away from today's video? Take a moment to pause and reflect. Which insight caught you off guard? Comment below with one thing you learned and how you plan to apply it in your life. Your feedback means a lot and motivates us to keep producing content that supports you. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your encouragement allows us to keep creating valuable, empowering content for you. Thank you so much for watching. We're excited to see you again in the next video.